is like the most disappointing sex auction, isn't it? Should we start the bidding? Fuck no, absolutely not. It's great to be here. I get ever so nervous doing comedy. So people always tell me to imagine my audience naked, and then you come out and you look around and you think, bit of a gamble that, isn't it? Jesus Christ. It'd be better if I came out naked and did jokes, wouldn't it? I've got nothing to worry about then, and I'll consider it a good set, hadn't been arrested or fingered. I've actually done a bad gig, right? You won't believe this, I have actually done a bad gig before, where the only person laughing was a woman off her face on morphine. Mum's not allowed to come back to the gigs after that. I have been criticised for not interacting with my audience, but the last time I spoke to someone in the audience, I ended up finding my real brother. So I'm not taking that risk tonight. Last time I came out on stage, someone just shouted out, "Go on, my son." I don't think I look that butch, if I'm honest. I realised it's just my dad, he confused me and my brother. Had a few drinks. He says easily done, innit? Same upper lip hair. No, but he's really supportive of the performing arts, and he always says to me, the number one rule in show business, the number one rule is tits and teeth. That's all they want to see is tits and teeth. It's all about the tits and teeth. I said, Dad, can we get back to the rehearsing the nativity play, please? I want to address the elephant in the room. So there's a lot of you looking at me like, she looks like one of them, probably is one of them. There's a lot of them about now. They're allowed in here, aren't they? There's a lot of them. I've never been a vegan in my life. But in all seriousness, I did have to come out to my parents as straight. They were upset about that. Always wanted a gay daughter. So they thought maybe it could be a bisexual phase. Me, not my parents. But of course, people think being bisexual, is greedy. No. I failed to find love with one gender, so I've had to increase my target market by 100%. It's not greedy, it's desperate. I don't have people asking, are you gay, are you straight? But not when we've just had sex. It's not okay for the ego. My last relationship was an age gap relationship. Is anyone in an age gap relationship? Right, just me, the only weirdo here. The only problem with it, we were only awake together at the same time for 6 hours a day. And older men tend to be a little bit forgetful. He forgot he was still married. I forgot I wasn't still 21. But the good thing is, I'm not really into social media, and neither's he, which is great. So we don't have like Twitter or Instagram, but we're locked into a massive debate whether localmaturewomen.com is classed in that category. So we're sort of struggling with that one. But the thing I will say, and I don't want to sound soppy because I know it's a Saturday, but he was the reason I woke up in the morning. Because he snored so fucking loud. We're not that compatible because he was really into like bedroom talk. Are you familiar with like dirty bedroom talk? Don't know why I've gone straight to you. Sorry. He was like really into it, and he was a bit of a geek as well, so I don't want to make eye contact with you, but I feel he always say to me, I want to stick my hardware in your software. Tell me what you want, and I just shout, Tupperware. So just not a fucking clue what was going on. Not a clue. He also liked the kind of the schoolgirl dress up. So I came downstairs in a onesie and some slippers, completely forgot I was homeschooled. So like, why did you stay with him for so long? My car was broken, he was a mechanic, and I couldn't afford to get it repaired, so I stayed with him in the hope that he would fix my car, right? It was the most boring episode of Pimp My Ride that MTV aired in that particular year. So my parents were really worried about me, so they bought me this like rape whistle. I don't think it was the best stocking thriller I got that year. But I've just worked out, it's just a dog whistle. And my mum's like, why does it matter? They said, no, it matters, because if I need to use it, I'd like to think the police would turn up and not a fucking border collie. I'm a serial dumpy. Has anyone been dumped recently? Okay, you're all stunning people, great. It's just me again, isn't it? This is a very revealing place as well as having insecurities. So I've been dumped, like, a lot, right? But that's fine, you can be dumped, but it's all about how you get dumped, isn't it? So last year, I got dumped over the phone, right? Not great, is it? Last year again, different guy, I got dumped over WhatsApp. Not great, modern, but it's not great. I didn't know that there was a level below that. I thought that was rock bottom. I didn't know that there was a whole other level to that. So my last boyfriend got his wife to dump me on the phone at her during her lunch break at Shoe Zone. Shocked, confused, bewildered. How the fuck is Shoe Zone still a business in this day and age? How is there still such a demand for knockoff Timberland boots? And then my ex saw my passport in a jealous rage, which I wouldn't have minded, but I was only going to Butlins, a bit twat. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was younger for like a career. So I did my work experience at a sex dungeon. The college were furious, they didn't know how to mark that, to be honest. So I turned up, dressed up the part, obviously not like this, went along, and this little old man, he paid a lot of money to be beaten up a bit and treated like shit, okay? So, not into crosswords, not for everyone, but this was his thing, okay? So he paid all this money, he turned up, knocked on the door, and I'd offered to hang up his coat and make him a cup of tea, and he said it was the worst experience he'd ever had in his life, and I was swiftly removed. But of course, where do you go from failed sex dungeon apprentice? Where do you go? So naturally I joined the Royal Navy. Was anyone in the Navy? Oh, you? Shit. Okay, I'll be back later, thanks. What, you were? Oh, that doesn't count, come on, no. Basically, I joined the Royal Navy. Everyone had a go at me. They said, the money's shit, why would you join the Navy? And I said, Nan, I took a £10,000 pay rise to join the Royal Navy. She said, you're on job seekers allowance, that doesn't count. It's not an income apparently, who knew? But my dream was to perform a gig on the aircraft carrier, the Queen Elizabeth. That's my dream, to do comedy. So if someone wanted to just walk out of my gig, they'd have to physically throw themselves over the back of a massive aircraft carrier. So the opening night, we lost 5 sailors. It wasn't the best review I got, I'll be honest. But with the Navy, some of the accommodation, it's a bit sketchy, isn't it? It's a bit dodgy. You've obviously stayed in some. And you turn up, and it's a bit crime scene rough. You don't know if you're there to sell the drugs or your body. But I'm quite a positive person, right? So I said, do you know what? At least there's an ironing board. This chief's looked at me and gone, that's not an ironing board, that's your bed. So I knew I was fucked. But luckily, there was a nice man that lived opposite me, like the cabin was opposite on the corridor, which was great. And we got into like friends with benefits sort of thing. And I'll be honest, the commute was fantastic. I just stepped here for coitus, stepped here when I didn't. It was a fantastic commute. But the thing was, it all came crashing down. It went horribly wrong when he told me he loved me. Now, I've only ever confessed love for a Sainsbury's Taste of Difference macaroni cheese. Now, on the same day, I found out I was lactose intolerant. So I'm very sceptical of love. But when you get into a relationship, there's a lot of new things. And one of the things was a sex ban. He put me on a sex ban. I was like, what's a sex ban? He said, you're banned from having sex with my friends. Didn't say family, did he? Didn't say family. So I'm like, fantastic. So I've gone to a family function, copped off with one in his family, and now he's not speaking to me or Auntie Deborah. I'm at the age now, sort of late 20s, a lot of my friends having kids. My friend is a single parent, she does a great job, but she lives by the motto, men, fuck 'em, which is A, ironic, and B, it's very difficult to engrave on a bracelet in Argos. Who won't do it? It just won't do that. But she's dated some real characters. She's often confused friends with benefits with friends on benefits. Bless her. No, she does help me out. To be fair, she's helped me out. She's set me up with people. The last guy she set me up with was incompatible. I'm quite into my horoscopes, so I believed it was because I'm a Leo. And he was a prick, to be honest. Is that really? But she did say, Rachel, I've got to tell you, I have tried bum sex. I thought, for goodness sake, I don't want to hear that. I've never even considered sleeping with a homeless person before. About. I think that's my time up. I was told to leave a minute for laughter. Very optimistic, friends. You've been fantastic. I've been Rae Lloyd. Thank you very much.